A small group of manufacturers have been given the opportunity to propel their businesses forward, all while providing furniture for hurricane-ravaged Dominica. The initiative, which is spearheaded by TIPA, promises to create even stronger bonds between the sister nations. Nisha Charles reports.
After being hit by Category 5 Hurricane Maria in 2017, the neighboring island of Dominica has had ongoing efforts to rebuild the country. Part of this rebuilding effort includes building homes, and with that comes furnishing those homes. Export St. Lucia, previously known as TIPA, is taking the opportunity to get its manufacturers to penetrate the market, all while providing a well-needed service to the Dominican people. Jason Darius is the Public Relations Officer at Export St. Lucia.
There has been a lot of rebuilding efforts taking place. One of those efforts is the fact that people need to furnish their homes. So we pulled together a few of our clients, those who were interested in actually going on this tour, so to speak, to really get a feel for what it is like, the furniture market in Dominica, and see where they could really fit in. We have 4 furniture manufacturers as well as 1 mattress manufacturer. They include Furniture City, Lobeco, Poyo Joinery, Pro Homes Finishing, and Celestial Furniture Designs and Concepts. The contingent is being spearheaded by Ms. Angela Alphonse, our client manager over at Export St. Lucia.
The visit will allow for Export St. Lucia, along with the manufacturers and exporters, to discuss areas for collaboration with furniture providers in Dominica and to determine whether opportunities exist to supply products which are not available or not already produced in Dominica. The contingent will also have an opportunity to meet with potential buyers of furniture on the island, network with members of the Dominica Manufacturers Association, officials from the Dominica Export and Import Agency DEXIA, and the OECS Competitive Business Unit.
We have been in discussion for some time now, and just looking at ways and means to see where we can fit in, where we can get opportunities for our exporters here in St. Lucia. So that was really one of them, and we really would like to thank the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association as well as the OECS Competitive Business Unit in Dominica for really helping to smooth things along, so to speak.
The contingent will be in Dominica from the 7th to the 9th of November 2018. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
St. Lucia is once again joining in the regional observance of Energy Awareness Month under the theme Pursuing Energy Independence. This year's observance is the 15th of its kind, evolving from a week-long observance into a month-long observance in 2016.
Energy Awareness Month is a collaborative initiative aimed at addressing key energy issues, which targets a wide cross-section of St. Lucian society. St. Lucia pioneered the observance 15 years ago, and now it has been adopted by all CARICOM countries. Permanent Secretary in the Department of Infrastructure, Ports and Energy, Mr. Ivor Daniel says, the observance creates a platform to highlight the role of citizens in securing their own sustainable energy future by providing information on the steps that can be taken to empower them to do so.
We want you to participate and have as much energy as we do for Energy Awareness Month. It is our business. It is us. We have a heavy reliance on fossil fuel, and as a country, we need to contribute. We may not be the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, but as a responsible government, as a responsible country, we want to ensure that we play our part in bringing cleaner energy, and we want to make our part in reducing the costs of energy to the people of St. Lucia.
Energy Awareness Month also provides an opportunity to laud the significant stride made by the government of St. Lucia towards achieving a higher level of energy independence. The launch was held on Monday, November 5th, with the main highlight being the feature address delivered by the Minister with responsibility for energy, the Honorable Stephenson King. Minister King said, people's participation is vital if St. Lucia is to successfully make the switch in pursuit of energy independence.
The policy of the government is to ensure that there is maximum participation of our people in the development process, and in particular, as it pertains to the energy sector. I would like to recognize and commend the private sector for the continued support to the government in making the annual Energy Awareness Month Private Sector Fair the success it has been in recent years. The participation of the private sector in transitioning our energy sector to a more sustainable energy pathway is critical. Renewable energy businesses and private interests focusing on energy efficiency are growing in numbers, which is testimony of the understanding, the interest, and commitment of both the private sector and citizenry of the need for more low-carbon and low-cost options in our energy sector.
A suite of activities has been organized in commemoration of Energy Awareness Month 2018. They include school visits throughout the month, No Iron Day on November 16th, the Private Sector Energy Fair November 17th at the Derrick Walcott Square from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., televised panel discussion November 19th, and the National Schools Debate, among others.
We are focusing our Energy Awareness Month this year on educating, on bringing the young persons in, and on exposing the public to everything that St. Lucia has in terms of energy efficiency, renewable energy, the persons that can provide these services, and all the information that they may require for this energy month. And we're hoping that going beyond that into the next year, that we can build on what we are doing this energy month, and that it will not stop there, but we will have the public with us throughout this renewable energy sector development project.
The Department of Infrastructure, Ports and Energy encourages all St. Lucians to participate in these activities and to be part of the pursuit of energy independence and a sustainable energy future in St. Lucia. Reporting for the Ministry of Infrastructure, Ports, Energy and Labor, I am Kabika.
The skills and knowledge of emergency physicians responding to traumatic injuries in the Emergency and Accident Department in a hospital environment is expected to be enhanced as a team from the Stony Brook University provides bedside ultrasound training.
The team from the Stony Brook University is assisting in the training and support of emergency physicians around the island to strengthen their ability to provide care to pregnant and trauma patients using the service of bedside ultrasound. Professor at the Stony Brook University, William Mallon, says this training will provide an exchange of valuable information on bedside ultrasound, which is important in the diagnosis of patients in the accident and emergency department.
Bedside ultrasound is sort of different than what you would get from a radiologist. The areas that we're interested in are real-time clinical decision-making. Is someone having intra-abdominal bleeding after a car accident? Does someone have a popped lung from a broken rib? And so those are the types of things, we're doing more than that, but those are the types of ultrasounds that we're trying to make sure that we're clear on and to teach here today.
Coordinator of the bedside ultrasound training, Dr. Lisa Charles, says training of this nature are very beneficial to staff and patients as it will improve diagnostic timeliness.
Ultrasound really is an incredibly useful bedside test for two sets of patients, our pregnant patients and our trauma patients. And if I can talk a little bit about the trauma patients, with limited access to advanced radiology testing like CT scanning, when you have a trauma patient present in the ER, this is a bedside test that can help you figure out whether there's internal bleeding, and that can save valuable minutes in terms of getting a patient to operating theater if required.
Bedside ultrasound for internal bleeding is now a routine for every patient who visits the Victoria Hospital with a traumatic injury. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennel Neptune.
You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Coming up next, the sports news with Tennyson Glasgow.